Hi all. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for the views that I had on the last videos, and I'm so sorry it ended up being like 10 parts. I thought, oh, I'll try it on this Snapchat, but I still can't work it very well. So I just thought I'm just going to go with the original, making a video, see how it turns out on just a standard video of on the iPhone. So thanks very much for the views that I had. I'm not trying to achieve any brownie points here or anything like that. And I just want to put out there, like on the last video when I did that disclaimer, just to say, you know, I don't know it all in business or anything. I'm here just to say, you know, my own reasons, what works for me, my ideas for the vlogs and blogs that I've set up and everything, on what I've achieved and how to achieve, like setting up a small business with practically zero funds. Because let's be honest, we're not all, you know, we don't all start off as millionaires or hundreds of thousands in the bank. That's the whole point of it. So yeah, so I'm just along the way, I'm just gonna keep vlogs, blogs, things like that, and keep you up to date and in the loop of how I'm achieving these things, in the hope that, you know, there's plenty of people out there just starting off small businesses, those who are thinking of starting off small businesses. So I'm just going to say it like it is. So today, if you've clicked on this, you know, thanks very much. I hope you stay and watch it. But if not, you know, you're free to leave. It's all about business. So if it's, you know, it's not going to bring you any interest, then, you know, click off the video. So today we're going to look at, I've made a list here and highlighted it, of the things I want to touch up on. So we obviously spoke about, I wanted to mention like the last video. We're going to be talking about fears of failure. That's a big one. Rules on marketing. That's not going to be boring. Don't worry. About turning heads. No cost. Rules on starting off. Haters, because we all have them. Competition and custom. Tomorrow's another day to help you thrive in your marketing and attract your audience with your own personal resources. So, yeah, so setting up a small business. I can't stress it enough, like I did on the last video, getting it registered, making it a legitimate business. Now, I fully understand why people don't do that, why they don't rush off and register it straight away. I get it, I'm human. Maybe I'm thinking, you know, it's lack of knowledge on that side of things. You know, they think of HM revenue and they think of taxes and you know, they panic. There's certain things that, you know, that freak people out, and I get it. But if you're one of them people and you're setting up a business and, you know, you come across certain aspects of it that you tend to just push to the side because it scares you, then step away from your business. Go and gain more knowledge on what it is that you don't understand, so you can become more knowledgeable. And like they say, knowledge is power, and it definitely is in business. So just, yeah, take a step back. Anything you don't understand, you know, you don't have to rush this. You want this to be, well, everyone's hoping for a lifetime achievement, aren't they? But sometimes, you know, businesses, they fail, they don't work, they change products, you know, something, you know, dries up really quickly and you've just got to shift gears a bit. But just making sure that's your number one priority. And if you don't understand it, then take a step back, add another, say, 3 months, and learn all about the HM side and the taxes and the national insurance and everything else. And also the insurances side, the contracts, you know, things that matter. They're because without insurance, you've not got a business, basically. So yeah, hanging on because of failure, like, and fear, you know, hanging on, that, like someone starting up a business and sort of hanging fire and thinking, right, I'm not going to register it yet because I know loads of people do this. So they're hanging on and thinking, I don't really want to register it yet, just because I want to see if it takes off or not. So hanging on there in fear, like a failure, is this going to work? And where is you, whatever. But let that be your driving force right there, because you need that driving force, you need it. So that will be your drive to get you up in the morning. And if you do it right, and trust me, you can never be too organised in business. If you do it right, then every single day, you have to get up in the morning and you've got to earn that money. You've got to make that money yourself. You've got to sell the arse off your business and your product. You've got to have the knowledge. If customers are coming at you with questions, you've got to have that backup. You've got to have the knowledge. You've got no one to turn to apart from online. But you've just do it right and gain that knowledge. Take the time. Take a year if you need to take a year. Just take the time and don't rush it. And just don't stand back thinking, don't take a step back and think, oh, is it going to work or whatever? Because I can guarantee you that it's like sod's law. You'll start it and it'll probably boom, and then you'll be like, oh shit, I don't know what am I going to do now? And then the marketing, you get swept away with it all, and then you're forgetting the weeks are going by, the months are going by, and the things that matter aren't taken care of. So make that your focus, and then you can get up every day knowing that's your drive. Then it's a legitimate business. You've got these bills to pay, and you've gone through the whole rigmarole of getting it up and running, and you've got to get your ass out of bed and make your money. So do it right. Trust me, just do it right. Everyone hits roadblocks. They do, no matter what it is in life, even business. And we're not all clued up on every single aspect of business. You're constantly learning. And it's all right to, take maybe of your earnings or whatever a month, or, people put a small percentage aside for marketing. Maybe you want to put, 5% aside, 10% aside of, for ongoing training in something you're already doing, and keep improving it. And that CPD and continuing professional development, because in any business and any company, a good company will offer you that. So there's no reason why you shouldn't pay for that yourself and invest in yourself to run a good business. But, if you get in the logistics of business, then they're the main things, and all the other things that are going to stress you out in the future, because there will be stresses, they'll just seem so minute and you'll just sift through them. It won't bother you whatsoever. So yeah, when you see a business online, every day, you've got them constantly in your face all the time, and they've got this fantastic marketing, and you're like, wow, and it just draws you right in. I would probably assume, this is my guess, 70% of them businesses running are doing it correctly. They're doing it right. The others, then they're just thinking, not so much, can get away with it. They're just thinking, I'll just set up a little business doing whatever that I enjoy. And they're crossing the boundaries between, this is my hobby and it's something I love doing, so I may as well make some money off it. Yeah, that's right. But there's a difference between a hobby and a business. And if you're making profit, even if it's £1, it's a business. And, don't get caught up in that personal, never mix, business and pleasure. And it's true, even to that. So, yeah, you have to market no matter what. So if you're not keen on, you're not keen on marketing, or you think your marketing's not up to scratch, have a snoop about on, the area you want to work in. Or if you've just started and you want to boost your marketing, these big companies, they're throwing these deals at you and stuff like that, and saying, when they are amazing, don't get me wrong, the marketing gods out there, and they do a fantastic job, but it'll cost you thousands of pounds, hundreds of pounds, when you could literally use 4 of the main platforms that obviously we'll talk about down the road, but there's around, you know, I'd say 10 platforms that multiple millions of users in 1 month using it. And they're brilliant for businesses and they're free. So, and your biggest marketing is your word of mouth. So you've got to look everywhere where you know your overheads are going to be small and you're not paying out of your ass for things, because you just, when you're setting up that business, you don't have it. And if you do, and you're ploughing tons of money into a business, you know, then I hope it's something pretty amazing at the end of it that's going to make you millions off a sale. So, you know, you're thinking, are you going to boom? You get to a point you're thinking, oh, you know, am I going to, is this business going to take off? You know, asking all these questions, you worry. And I'm going to take a step back because I don't want to be caught out. And that's generally what happens. So I see small businesses setting up, which is brilliant. It's great for the community and everything. But they're setting these businesses up in something they enjoy doing, and then, you know, not going about it the right way. And then all of a sudden, I mean, you want to be rushed off your feet. That's the aim. And then this happens and they'll take a step back, and then you don't hear off them. You know, they're closing that page, then they'll open a new page a few months down the line, and it all gets too much. It's because, you know, you've not got the organisation, and everything should have been prepared for this eventuality and this, that and the other. You can't have a stone unturned when you're setting it up. And like I said, if it takes you 1 year, 2 year, even 3 year before you actually set up a business, then take the time out to do it. Don't forget, there's always someone watching. You know, you've got these like Facebook stalkers and stuff like that. But there's always going to be someone watching what you're doing. One of the best ways I've found, and it's free, which is even better, is just turning heads. So setting up your own personal pages, which you've probably seen I have. So I have my personal page, and then I set up a blog page, which is Mum Boss Manchester, and then I set it up with the Instagram, and then I linked everything up and making sure that everything you're putting on is covering every platform. And I know, again, that's mixing business with pleasure, but I'm not in business yet. And I can do that because I'm not doing anything wrong. So I'm just basically turning heads. You know, everyone look at me, there's something coming, something your way. I think you're going to be, you know, excited about it or whatever. And I've been doing this for about 12, 18 months, whatever. And you're getting your words out there. And as, you know, a blogger, if you're not very good at writing a lot of words, or it don't matter, you know, do it in quotes and things like that. Get a following behind you, even if it's just a few hundred, you know, their potential clients, customers. Find out what them potential customers are looking for, what they're interested in, you know, and all this is free of charge. So yeah, turning heads, keep it exciting. Once you're ready to promote your business, you know, you're ready to go. You're not hiding behind anything. You'll have the right insurances in place. You'll have the contracts in place. You know, your public liability, your public indemnity, you can run with it and not run away from it. So everything else that might stand in your way, a hurdle or whatever, it won't matter because the biggest things are already taken care of. Marketing, first of all, it doesn't have to cost. As I've said, there's tons of things out there that's free. If you can afford that and that's the way you're heading with your business, then brilliant, good luck to you. And I also have a little secret of on marketing, and something that I use, which it's been so helpful, which in my opinion is really beneficial to running a successful small business. But I'm going to put that onto my next video, because that might take me the whole video to talk about it, but I'm going to share that with everybody because I just think that it's helping a small business out by me promoting it also, which is the companies that I use. And when I say, like, you know, things are free, I'm talking under £10 this will cost you. And could be so amazing for your business and help you a lot. So obviously the rules, what I would suggest, like, you know, and say as rules, when I said before about people successfully starting businesses from a passion, you know, things they enjoy, they're the best of it, they're the best businesses, and they can become so successful. If not, you turn a product into your passion. So if you just think, oh, do you know what, I fancy learning, you know, I fancy doing nails, for instance. I can guarantee you, if you just fancy doing nails, you'll probably start doing nails. You'll either fall in love with it, become a passion. You want to carry it on and build a business around it. But it might be just one of them situations where you fancy doing it, you try it, you don't like it, it's not for you, moving on. Don't look at, just like I said, you know, don't just think, oh, I'll try nails, that's quite big, I'll try this. You've got to look at the whole thing, the whole area of beauty. Is that the industry you want to be in? Look at all different areas. But if you do have a hobby, you do have something that you're good at, you do have a passion, then, you know, use it, utilize it. And I've even just come across a girl selling on eBay poetry. And she's literally she's artistic and she just likes to write poetry. And you can buy them so cheap off her, like £2.99 for a poetry, you know, if you're needing one for a birthday or a gift or whatever, and she frames them for you. And yes, you might not make millions out of it, but from that, it could expand onto something else. You never know. And it's something you've got that driving force every day because it's a passion. You're getting up and you're wanting, it doesn't feel like you're going to work, you know, because you enjoy it so much. So yeah, find what you love and what you're good at. That's my advice. Do your research and take notes. I can't stress this enough. Do so much research. And this will go on. This will probably go on a lifetime. As long as you're in business, you know, you'll constantly be researching things and doing your research, and something you'll come across and think, oh, I don't actually, how can I not know that? You know, and I'm sort of like that, where, you know, if something comes up and I have not heard of that, or, you know, it stresses me out to the point where I have to live and breathe it for 3 days straight on Google and chat and you name it, until I'm like professional at it, because I can't stand being caught out with anything. It's about finding that niche in the market. But when you find it, you know, you could have there's probably going to be a lot of competition out there. Like, referring back to nails, I'm just using nails, you know, as a reference, but there's so many people doing it. And yet there's always going to be a business in beauty. But there's so many people doing it, and it's finding that niche of yours and finding what can you offer that other people can, or other people don't offer, should I say. And you might not be able, you might be absolutely amazing at it, and you might, you know, people might want to pay you an extra 20, 30 quid for you doing their nails, and, you know, person who charges just 20 quid, whatever. It might not be in the actual talent. You might be able to offer something amazing within your, within like a membership program. And I know that sounds balmy. I'm probably giving all too much information away here, but yeah, opening, you know, doing, like they do these, you know, people are doing these scratch cards and stuff like that. They're doing little incentives for the customers, because it's all about the customer, making them happy. But you can take it as far as you want. You can doing these membership programs, which I'll touch up on things like that further on, because that again will probably take like a full video or whatever. But yeah, it's finding how you can make your product different to everyone else, and then execute it to your customers. Now, you'll get enemies whatever you do in life, but in business, definitely. Everyone wants to be your best friend, and everyone wants to know your information, whatnot. Now, a lot of people, you know, are genuine, and they're like genuinely interested and are interested in becoming a future customer. You might already know they're going to love what you're going to do. But as I've mentioned, over the past 12 months, I've had a couple of people I've noticed like unfriend me, and even go to the extra mile of blocking me, which is sad. But I put that down. I don't put that down as a personal to me. Like, I put that down as them having an issue with themselves to go to the extra mile of that. It's insane. But you do you. And in the end, they're not the type of people, the type of customers that you want anyway. So anyway, tomorrow I'll be posting my file on marketing and that secret that I've spoke to you about on this video. So I'll be talking about that, which is actually, you know, really, really, like I said, it's under a tenner. It won't break the bank. But to get you also free resources to help you and your startup business to thrive. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll be posting another video tomorrow, maybe even Saturday and Sunday. Thanks very much.